Hi, Marc Dennis, and you're watching Lusobeat.com. Well, once again, we're writing about stuff that I feel. Right now, we're working on a song called Understand, and for those from my generation, they're going to appreciate the song is about stuff that happened in the 70s and in the 80s, and it will be reminiscent of all those things. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy listening to that one. It's going to bring them back memories of their younger days. I have a couple of good ballads. There's one that's a special dedication to a friend of mine whose name was Rick Adams. He wrote this song about Elvis Presley, but he never really got the credit he deserved. He was a good performer, but because his Portuguese was a little shaky, they never really gave him credit. But I used to like him. He was a good guy. And so on this album, I'm doing a tribute to him by recording his song, and maybe he'll get a little more credit than he got when he was alive. By the way, he did pass away. Rick Adams passed away like about 4 years ago. The Vinchade is the homemade wine that is very popular in the Azores, and we're doing a balinha about that. That kind of wine, they don't let it come over here to the States, or they don't let it out of the island. The thing is so potent that we're doing a song to honor that. Joe Hiller did most of the arranging on these songs. I always try to use different arrangers for different albums, so that they don't get the same sound. So one album doesn't sound exactly like the other one. I kind of like to change. You know, last album, most of the programming was done by Milton Frizzato, who owns and runs New World's Productions. This album I went with Joe, just to get something different. As for looks, well, I never looked good with short hair, so hopefully I'll have hair as long as I can, and it'll be long. Some people look good with short hair. Maybe if I did look good with short hair, I would change my look, but you know, I don't have a perfect head, so I'll let the people with perfect heads get short hair. So. And glasses, I tried to use contacts, but I couldn't do it. They itch and my eyes would cry. It was so uncomfortable that I'm stuck with glasses. So it's not something I think about. You know, it's just me. Yeah, I always did from when I was a kid, because that's basically the music I grew up with. The first music I heard was marching band music. And other than that, I have great respect for all the people that work and run a marching band, because I know the problems I have with 5 guys. Okay, there's always difference of opinions, you know, attitudes, ways, and I can just imagine to do the same thing with 40 or 50 people. That has got to be a huge task. So I have great respect for them for keeping it going, and especially over here in the United States and other places where immigrants are, because you know, you're trying to keep something alive that they brought from their hometown, and we have to give them a lot of credit. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for them. Well, I've helped quite a few people. Through the years, I have worked with a lot of people. It has to be someone with a lot of talents. Like my last discovery was Annalisa. She is worth spending time with, because the girl's got a lot of talent. So if I find people like that, I don't mind helping them. To do it for a living with everybody that wants to perform and stuff, that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm sure there'll be other people that will do that. Well, Luther International was a production company, and our objective was to basically to make CDs, produce records and songs, and we did quite a few. There was a time there where the radio stations locally, they refused to play anybody that didn't have a label, so we created a label, and that was Luso International. So they couldn't say, well, he's not signed to anybody, so we can't play their records. So that's why a lot of the local artists, they're under the Luso International label. And it wasn't something done with the intention to make great profits. It's simply to benefit the artists as a way to give them an even field. I have some of my stuff is registered with SPA, and I have a few with BMI and SCAP. But I do advise everybody, all people, when you write something, to register it and protect yourself. I never go on stage under the influence of any illegal substances. No, I mean, I've tried a couple of things through the years, but it didn't do anything for me, so I find that I perform better without the help of any drugs or anything like that. But I can see why people are used to seeing Portuguese singers. Normally they stand there very respectable and they do what they do, you know, and then they see me with so much life, and yeah, I can see them saying, "Oh, he's got to be on drugs to be doing this." But no, if I was on drugs, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And my advice to anybody who's getting into this business or any other business, if you're going to be serious about something, you got to have your mind clear. So don't confuse it. Don't mess it up with any kinds of drugs and stuff, because it's not going to help. You might think it's going to help you, but it won't. So, and no, that's just another one of those rumor things, you know. Well, if they're my critics, they have every right to be. I respect their opinion. Then nobody is forced to like me or anybody else. So, no, I don't have anything against anybody that criticizes me, as long as they do it in a constructive way. The biggest seller was Varela, and Verde Vermelho did very well. And this last album also did very well. It hasn't caught up to Varela yet, but it's on its way.
And that's Aqui no Members Nada, right?
Yeah, Aqui no Members Nada. But yeah, I always liked it since I was a kid. When I used to watch Magnum PI, and I said, I want that car. And finally at one time, I took a mortgage in one of my houses and bought the car. I don't know if I would have done it now, but at that time, you know, 20 years ago, that was my dream car. Yeah, I still have it, and I'll be driving it this summer. The music business has a lot of facets, you know. They can go in all kinds of different ways. First, make sure you're doing something you enjoy doing it, and second, do it well. And third, hope for the best. Very easy, marcdennis.us.
Marc, thank you very much for being with us at Lusobeat.com. Hope to see you soon. Can't wait for your new album.
Keep beating.